What's going on, guys? Well, you're back with some genetic gladiators. So let's get into this. Today we're going to be checking out PvP. We are going to be getting right back into it. Like I said, I'm going to be recording these, and I honestly don't know how many of these I'm going to record in a row. I think currently we'll maybe like do 2 or 3, maybe even 4. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see how they actually perform in terms of uploading. Although with the whole quarantine thing, probably going to be doing pretty good because they have been doing pretty good, so I might as well keep doing them. But yeah, in the last one we talked about the auto clicker, and then we started talking about the tag towards the end, if you made it that far. I will be talking about the tags. Let's see, what was I gonna do? Oh, my character. I almost forgot which character we're leveling. We're still leveling Maiden of Twilight. It's gonna take a while. I haven't actually got the ever level 3 just because I'm literally recording these back to back. I'll get it after this though. But the tag thing, I know a lot of people want me to use their tags in videos and stuff like that, like Picky does. But yeah, it's a lot harder to do. Plus, like, the tag thing's currently broken. But even if it wasn't, it's already pretty hard to find people. Because like if I go to the tag thing currently, like it's pretty much people above a certain level. So if you're not at a certain level, you won't even show up. Plus I would have to add you, and then I would have to look through depending on your level. The lower levels are probably going to be easy, while the higher levels and the lower levels are easier to find. Everybody in between is a lot harder to find, just for the fact that I would have to go through the actual list. So yeah, maybe when they fix it, which they are working on the tag system, although they have to work on the Flash thing that's coming up, because it is going to be no longer running on Flash, or the browsers are no longer going to be using Flash. Damn, we got wrecked on that one. So if you wouldn't actually got the brutal, and if he wouldn't actually have used his tag there and he would have used it before, we would have won that fight. That's what I mean. Like, PvP is just pretty much a luck, and the AI being dumb plays a big part on some of these when you're leveling characters. Because like the tag, it could have used on either of those other two. It was smart enough to save it for some reason, but sometimes it uses it on the very first one regardless. So I don't know, it's pretty broken. But I'll show you the tag thing. We're gonna have to skip this fight as well, which we're wasting credits, but it really doesn't matter too much to me. I'm not really worried about credits. I don't even have a credit farm. A lot of people ask about the credit farm thing. It's not that hard to get done. It just takes a little bit of time, and if you have the time, but like if you're using the auto clicker thing, probably get it done a lot quicker. But that does give you advantages. But yeah, so the higher levels up to, I think it's like 500, 800, I don't know, let's go 7, 6, yeah, like 500, 400, stuff like that. All these are going to be easy to find because they're very high up. And then lower, like I have somebody that's 26, and then I'll have like these change when I refresh. So if I refresh a game, these are going to change, and then sometimes it'll start at 200 here. See, it goes from 2, 1, 80, 7. I have people that are a lot lower than these guys, maybe like at 100 and something, or 50, 60, because I add anybody and everybody, but they don't show up. I don't know exactly how it picks who shows up here, but as it goes higher, then it starts to even out. So normally it's about 200, around 200 is where it starts. For some reason, I don't know, these people down here just got lucky. But normally it'll be like 50, and then I'll jump to 200, like 212. I'm pretty sure I have some people at like 200, 211, but they don't show up. So yeah, I don't know. It's like pretty much broken, and it's hard to find people. But let's say you're at like 300. It's going to take me forever to go like this and get there, because there's so many people at this level that it would just take me ages to find people, which is pretty unfortunate. But I mean I could, but it would just eat up so much time in a video to sit there and click and click. Maybe in a live stream, that would be a little bit more doable because you'll be able to talk, look for people and stuff like that. But in terms of a video, I mean, I usually make mine 20-30. I used to make them like 5-10 minutes, but then everyone wants longer. 20 minutes is about the max, but most people don't even watch the full 20 minutes because of course we get analytics. Most people will tend to watch maybe 5 upwards of 10 minutes, so that's why I usually try not to go over 20. I mean, it depends on the video though, because some of them might just go an hour because just like there's just so much to do. I would not get it done if I had to wait. We're gonna have to take him down. Hopefully this thing doesn't hit for a crit and we should be fine. I mean, I doubt it's gonna crit for 100 even if it does, but yeah, it just depends on the tag system, getting lucky enough for certain people. I do have to add more people. I haven't actually cleaned out my list. I mean, I haven't been cleaning out my list and adding people random. Like, I've added quite a few people, honestly. I'll just go up there and add random people and then clean out my list every once in a while. Yeah, sometimes I do delete people that still play, but there's just no way to go through 4,900 people to figure out who still plays and who doesn't. I mean, there's ways to do it, but I'm not going to sit there and waste my time. So I usually just go through, look through the profiles. Oh my god, 400,000 credits. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Look at that. Like, yeah, PvP is really, see, when I start getting stuff like this, or when I start losing just because of random crit luck or tags going off, or like the AI actually doing what it's supposed to, I just stop wanting to play PvP. And the more I play it, the more it starts to happen, and the more I don't want to play, and then I'll just quit playing. But yeah, right now, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. Plus, I want to actually level up Maiden into Twilight, so of course I'm gonna play it. But level up Still Garden as well. I guess we can use a lower level tag just to use them. But yeah, I know I do have to add more people, delete a ton of. I still have people that I've added a long time ago that don't play anymore. I just have to get through and actually delete everybody, which takes ages. I don't know if there's a better way to add and delete people. That'd be so helpful. Or if they would just increase the limit, because 5K is really not that much. On Facebook, it really isn't. They just need to increase it to 10K. I mean, honestly, not putting a limit on it would be amazing. But yeah, they put a limit on it for some reason. Yeah, so we do have to get through that. What else? So yeah, if you guys are wondering why I don't do like tag videos and stuff like that, that's the only reason. It just takes too much time, and it eats up a lot of time sitting there for me going through tags, looking for people to use and stuff like that. I could. It's a lot easier to do that in campaign as well, because I don't have to worry about the tag one-shotting and stuff like that. As to where in this, I have to worry about it a little bit more because I'm trying to level characters. Because that's the only way I'm going to be playing PvP is if I'm leveling. Unless I'm doing it for a quest or something like that. Like, I started doing the original one on this season because we had to do 15 fights, so, and it did pretty good, so I was like, I might as well just keep going. What else? Yeah, see, I also run out of things to talk about. I mean, there's probably a ton of stuff to talk about, but when you're actually recording them, and then especially when you're doing it back to back to back, you start running out of stuff to talk about. So yeah, that's another thing that happens. If you're live, then a little bit easier because you just talk to chat, but yeah, that's another thing that happens. I will be doing the PvE event. I haven't decided when I'm gonna actually get it done though. I just had to live stream them. I might actually do, I was gonna say I might actually do the experiment and just record it and then upload it without I might as well just live stream it at that point. Even if I don't actually talk or anything like that. Might be a good idea just to live stream both of those. Not at the same time, just because it's a better idea to split them up. But we do have to get the original PvE one so we can get the tokens, so we can get the characters, so I can actually make a video on it. Haven't actually done that. I should have done it the very first day it actually came out, like I used to. But yeah, just haven't been, we lost this fight. I don't have enough and our tag is not that good, so I'm just gonna, I mean, we might get close, but just for the fact that our tag didn't one shot, there's probably, it's not worth sitting there, even if we lose a ton of points, because I'm not really worried about points. We're more, like with PvP, when you're leveling characters, you're not really worried about your points. You're not worried about your rank. You're not worried about how like, even if you're in the top 1%, you're just trying to get as much experience as possible. So I think that's one thing people, when they're leveling characters, don't realize, because they'll sit here and try to win every single fight, which, yeah, it's doable, but if you're trying to get as many fights in as possible, you're just trying to get in as many fights as possible. Even if you lose, you just gotta know when you're gonna lose. Like, I should use my tag there. Wait, we might be able to kill him. No, we won't be able to because we hit for 21. We're gonna have to waste our tag here, unfortunately. Thank God I used it there though, because it was really, really bad. I'm actually gonna attack this because I think he gets boost. He might not, I don't know. But yeah, I kind of need some characters that I was hoping were gonna come back. They didn't come back this season. Like last Easter, they had one of the characters, but they didn't bring it back. Like, I think it was in a pack, but it wasn't actually, I don't know. But I didn't get a chance to get it. Well, I had enough last time, but I think I was moving. I don't remember what the hell was going on. But I didn't have the time to purchase it, even though I had enough. So I don't know, hopefully that comes back. I don't know, there's a few characters I'm missing just because I just missed them. There's really no other reason that I don't have them. But we pretty much have almost all the characters. There's probably maybe less than 10 characters we don't have. One of the ones that I think is going to be the hardest one to get currently, just because I haven't sold it in gold or anything else, is well, they have sold it in gold. It's just you would have to get the box that it's in, and then getting it in the box is probably the hardest thing to do. But it's Lady Liberty is the, like, if you can get that in the research, I don't know what research box it's in, but yeah, if you get that character is really hard to get because they only sold it once. Or they might have, no, I think they sold it once. Well, I've only seen it once because I haven't been playing every single day since it came out. But they very first sold it, I think it was $10. It was the 4th of July. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before that, but yeah, that Maiden of Twilight. The Lady Liberty is one of those ones that I've been looking for, but it's just really hard to get. They have put out the box for it, but I have all the other characters in the box, so there's no point of me sitting there spending all my gold, even though I probably won't even get it. But there is that chance because every character is in that box. But I think it's probably, honestly, in my opinion, like, I feel like the boxes, they have the character, even though they say 1%, I think it's set, every character is set at a certain amount. So maybe like 1% or whatever for certain characters, but I feel like certain characters are just harder to get. Like Lady Liberty, 100% is a lower rated character in that box in terms of other ones. So it might even be below 1%. Because I haven't seen too many people either get it out of the box. I've seen people have it just because they bought it, but yeah, I wasn't gonna spend $10 for it. Although, I mean, at this point, you probably could have, because I did used to buy quite a bit, but I haven't in a while, just because I don't know, there really hasn't been anything to buy for. Plus, yeah, I just haven't been, like, I don't play it as much as I used to. Like, I play, like, you'll see me playing and you'll see me get characters, or events and stuff like that, but I don't play it every, like I used to play it every single day. Like I'd get on, spend 3 to 4 hours playing, go get stuff done, and then even when I was out, I'll be playing it on my phone, or come back and then I'll play it more. Like I used to play so much. That's how I got a ton of gold and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really do that anymore. Same with med packs. A lot of people wonder how you get med packs. Not that hard. You just buy med labs. It just depends on how many you want to actually. Wait, is that 4? Oh, I thought that was 400,000. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, with the med labs, it just depends on how many you want to have on your rooftop, and then from there you would basically get on every 2 hours. You can actually do the other one, which is I think every 3 minutes, and then I think the next one up from that is like 10 minutes or something like that, or whatever. But they're like, if you're gonna be on, actually we should probably go look at it because I can give you the numbers. But it just depends on how much you're going to be on. Like all mine are done. I just haven't collected them yet. But if you're going to be on, let's say you're going to play for 2 hours, then you would hit this one. Let's say you're going to be, I don't know, maybe just doing the campaign fights. Then you would probably just do the 30. Honestly, the 3-minute one's the best one, but that's like 3 minutes, and then you would set a timer, go into campaign, do some fights, and then right when the timer is about to end, let's say you can probably get in 1 or 2 fights, and then go wait for it, grab it again, do it, and then every 3 minutes. That's gonna be the easiest way to get more. I don't really want to. I wouldn't really sit there and do that. And then you have the 30-minute one, which is a little bit more doable. And then you have the 60-minute one, which is basically the same thing as the 2-hour one. It just pops in an hour. So honestly, like the only reason you would be doing the 60-minute one is because like maybe you're gonna be leaving in 60 minutes. So you'll do this one and then get that, and then right before you leave, you do the 2-hour one. If you're wondering about these, I really wouldn't do any of these. Yeah, maybe if you're not going to be on, let's say you're going to be going, although the credit prices are what kill these, but let's say you're not going to be on for like a day or something like that, or maybe in 2 days, or you're going to be gone or something like that, you can't really get on, then you could probably do these, just because like 40 of these I guess is a little bit better, but it's just a credit price, but at least you'll have 40 of these, so there's that. But yeah, the 2-hour one's probably the best, and then you would just get up every 2 hours. Honestly, they need to increase the timer on these, because like these have 4, 8. It would be nice if they increase this one to at least a 4-hour one, so just switch this to 4 and then put 40 here, even if they put 30 of this to this, just because like at night when you're going to bed, like there's no way somebody's gonna be like yeah, maybe you sleep 8 hours, maybe even 6 hours, but why would you do 12 of these when you can get 20 of these, and then you can just craft these with a chance to get like 5 or 6 of these from the crafting, and then you also have a chance to get stars and a ton of other stuff. So that's why everyone does the 2-hour one. And then you have these two. The 10-hour, the 60-minute one is not really used unless, like I said earlier, you're going somewhere. But yeah, you're gonna be using these 3. Your best bet is the 30-minute one. If you're gonna be on for long periods of time, just set a timer, 30 minutes, go do campaign, and then right when that thing pops, go grab them and do another 30 minutes, and do that every 30 minutes. You get more, but if you don't want to sit there and do it every 30 minutes, the 2-hour one's going to be your best bet, or the hour one if you want to do it every hour. But at that point, you might as well just wait 2 hours. But yeah, that's how you get a ton of meds. You can basically buy a ton of these and then fill up an area. You are going to be giving up credits, but if you don't have a credit farm, it's really not that. It's not that big of a deal. Another thing, you could just buy a ton of med labs, and then let's say you're going to be on for, I don't know, a certain amount of time. Like you'll clear an area, and then let's say we'll clear like these 2 spaces, or maybe even more spaces, just whatever the amount of med labs you have, And then at the end, before you get off, you'll take all the med labs back, put down the deluxe zones again, and then do it like that. But like but with the zones, like you would have to use the ones you can actually buy, which aren't that good, but I guess it depends, because that's what we used to do before, although it's a little bit different now because they added new deluxe zones, so it's a little bit, maybe you can clear, actually a better idea is probably just clearing like I mean, I guess you can just get rid of these two. I mean, you wouldn't really move your forges and furnaces, and you can't really take these three off. Yeah, it doesn't really work anymore. I guess if you don't have that many deluxe zones and stuff like that, because you can't really pick them up. I have a ton of extra ones, so it wouldn't really affect me too much. But yeah, we used to put down a ton of med labs and just get a ton of things to heal with, because that was the easiest way to get them. It's not really doable now because of the new zones, unless you were able to pick them up, and then it would be doable again. Which they should probably let us do that, just pick those back up, because they're really expensive, unless you get them from events and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the med labs is an interesting one. Like that's how I have, like, I only have 6,900 of these, but I have 13,000 of these. I probably could have more. Like if like I'm sitting here playing and there's just some that are done, should probably go collect those and start another 2-hour one or something like that, but I'll just do it after this. But you should be maxing out these, getting 20, 30, 40, 50,000 of these, and then just crafting upwards. Not literally crafting upwards, because you can craft those upwards in terms of which one is it? Is it this one? No, I think it's this one. No, you can't do it anymore. I guess you can craft those upwards. But you'd basically put 3 of these down and then craft, and then you're hoping to get these, but you're doing enough of these. You can also use 5 of these. I would just use 3 because it maximizes, because normally if you're using 5, like one extra one isn't really going to do too, like 5 of these is almost 6. At that point you might as well just take away 3 of them and then just use 3, because you'll get more crafts with 3 instead of 5. I mean, if you're looking for a little bit of extra boost in some of the stuff, it doesn't really boost everything. It only boosts stars, which will get 1 more star, and then it boosts medkits. But I mean, at that point it's really not that big of a deal, because like the amount of times you get stars and med packs compared to, let's say, I don't know the math on it, but if you're doing 3,000, I would rather have the extra like a couple hundred crafts from 3 than 5. But you can do 5. You can also do 7, but it's just kind of a waste. But I usually use 3 just because I'm not too worried about it, and that's how a ton of people get stars, if you guys are wondering. But you have to have a ton of med labs to sustain that. Plus, you have to play enough to actually be grabbing those as well. But yeah, each of the med labs is 20, and then you just figure out how many you would actually. Oh my god, why am I getting all these high level people? Then you would just figure out how much you're crafting. But yeah, that's the med lab system's pretty simple. You just have to figure out the times for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. The amount of time you're actually playing, the amount of time you're actually on, and stuff like that. But if you want to min-max it, that's basically how you do it. It's just basically deciding whether you want to grab them every 30 minutes, every 3 minutes, or every 2 hours. Or like the hour one, I don't really get too much. And then yeah, just basically doing that a lot, and then you'll build up 20, 30, 40,000. Not right away. Another thing is also the inbox, spending gifts and receiving them. You'll get a ton of meds from that, which you'll also get orbs and a ton of other stuff, and then you can use that for crafting, which you'll also get different stuff for that. But yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. I don't even remember what we talked. We talked about a ton of stuff, but hopefully that helps out a little bit. I should probably just make videos on each of those, but yeah, I kind of don't want to. Maybe at some point I will. I always say that, and then I just never do. But yeah, there's a bunch of ways to mid-max in the game. It just depends if you want to do the work and set timers, and there's just a bunch of ways to get stuff done. It just takes a while. Yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. We didn't make it this far. Like I said, I might be doing multiple of these. We'll see how this first one goes. Although we're a little bit late with the first one. But yeah, that is going to be about it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys could like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You know, listening to me a lot, I would appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Also, if you guys have any ideas on what to talk about, let me know, because I'm running out. Not really running out. I can talk about a ton of stuff, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.